Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Anna Achampong, and I'm here to bring you stories from the motherland. Before we get into the video, make sure you subscribe. We are here with my friends, the Abtar family. You guys look
Hey, Anna.
beautiful.
Thank you.
Oh
Welcome,
my God.
welcome.
Thank
Aquaba.
you so much. Thank you. So I said, you know what? I have to come and visit you just to catch up and see how you're doing. Because if I can recall quite okay, you came to Ghana a little over a year ago.
Yes.
But you're both not Ghanaian.
Yes.
Exactly.
So how was it like? And are you still feeling and having the same thoughts as you had when you came?
I think the thoughts are very similar in that we had lots of positive feelings when we came. I think that's grown in terms of our love of Ghana, our love of the Ghanaian people, our love of the landscape. It's really great. We've got so many friends like yourself and others. We really feel at home.
Definitely. I agree. I think, well, for me personally, what it's done, it's made me absolutely certain that, yes, it's definitely we've done the right thing. Everyone has flourished in the past year, and we're so excited for what's yet to come.
Wow. That's so good to hear. So just a little recap for the people who might not know you. You came from UK, where you live.
Yes.
And you're both from Jamaican descent.
So I was born in Jamaica, left Jamaica when I was 7, went to the UK, and have lived there all my life until last year.
Okay.
Michael, you can speak for yourself.
So I'm mixed between Jamaica, St. Vincent, which is all close to Jamaica, and English. Born in London, but I've obviously traveled to the Caribbean, traveled to Africa, elsewhere in the world. And it was on a business trip here to Ghana at a conference that I fell in love with Ghana, and then brought my family with me the next year. And that was the beginning of what led to us being here.
So what were you looking for moving your family from the UK to Ghana?
Oh, good question. There are a number of things that my wife and I were both looking for and were agreed that were priorities. I think peace and security is one of them. Ghana, I know, having recently seen in the World Peace Index, is like 35th or 38, considered more peaceful than France and America. Security-wise, we feel safe here. There obviously, as anywhere you go, there are always some security concerns. Access to healthcare, I think, was a big concern. There is our experience so far in terms of, thankfully, we haven't had any major health concerns, but our experience has been really good, where we've had to have kind of like dental appointments and things. In fact, it's been better than what I experienced in the UK.
Wow.
So yeah, no issues. I think all of the things we wanted to tick off our list have been ticked.
Okay.
Definitely. For me, it was the work-life balance, being able to have a full day of work and then at the end still have somewhere fun to go, still have some of the day left to go there, whether it be the beach or a bar, or there are just so many child-friendly environments and things to do here in Accra, and the close environs that absolutely love it. It's the best decision we've made.
Okay. Are there any challenges with
In
living
Accra?
in Accra?
Oh yeah, Accra, being completely honest, it's not my favorite place in Ghana. It's not my favorite place in the world. It has some beautiful aspects to it. The warmth of the people. There's always something to do in Accra, which is great. Had I been in my 20s, maybe I'd love being here. But we much more kind of like country life, suburban life, than living in the city. There's lots of pollution, lots of traffic, like any major city. I don't think it's unique in that sense. But we don't like inner city living. So I don't think we like Lagos or London or Accra in that sense.
Okay. So why are you here, if I may ask?
So in terms of why Accra, when we arrived, we thought it's sensible to be somewhere, one, where we had some friends who welcomed us, into their compound, where our children had friends to play with. and activities, just getting to know the place, getting to go to the different government ministries, getting to know some key people. That isn't going to happen necessarily if we were in Tamale. So it was helpful here to be in Accra. And we've already kind of acquired land just outside on the outskirts of Accra, and we'll be setting up home there soon.
Oh, very nice, very nice. So Michael had to leave because he's working from home.
Yes.
What's that like?
So it's crazy at times, but it's really it's really easy. Michael works from home, as do I, and the children homeschool. So we are dependent on internet. We're dependent on there being electricity at times, but it's not that we haven't found it to be so problematic.
Okay.
We've had lights off, we've had them so, but we haven't found it to be that problematic. And to be honest, before we got here, before we came to Ghana, we knew what to expect. So the children are awesome. They are super easygoing. They're fine. And as I said, Michael works 9 to 5, Monday to Friday from home. So it works for us.
And after work, you get to chill, relax in your beautiful garden.
Definitely. Either in the garden, or we've got so many different options of places to go, friends to see, thankfully.
So if you compare your life to London in comparison to Ghana, with your husband still working from home, is there a difference?
Yes, there is. In London, he would have been in his office for the whole entire day. Between 9 to 5, we wouldn't really see him. He'd be in his office. We'd be working, maybe quickly have a lunch together. And then come the end of the day, everyone's really tired. Your energy levels are low because it's dark outside. But here, thankfully, the sun is still up. We can still find activities to do, even if it's just to play a board game. Just because of the sunshine, you have the energy to want to do those things. You don't have to be dragged kicking and screaming.
Oh, that's beautiful. So let's move on to you, if you're okay. I have a bunch of questions because I'm sure there's... Is there a mosquito? Oh, that's fine. Thank you. So how is it living with mosquitoes? Because I'm sure there's lots of children who also have, like, their parents are saying, we're going to move to Ghana. Do you have any advice for them?
It's pretty hard with mosquitoes, and they'll try and they'll sneak in wherever they can.
And they bite you. Does it hurt? Because I feel one just, ooh, this is
an ant.
This is an ant. So how do you deal with the ants, the bugs? Is it weird for you, or you're used to it?
I'm kind of used to it, but not completely. And so that's why I keep my fan on every night and I don't turn it off.
Okay, that's really smart. So keeping your fan on. What about you, Natari? Do you have any advice?
With regards to mosquitoes and insects, personally, I hate warm, dark places because I will come out scratching myself with 1,000,001 things on me.
How do you deal with mosquitoes? Do you find it easy to deal with them?
No, not at all.
Have you ever had malaria?
No, thankfully.
I have once.
Okay, what was it like?
Well, to tell the truth, I don't exactly remember, but a doctor had to come to our house. So
What were the symptoms?
I think it was food poisoning.
Oh, it was something else.
I don't think it was
sure,
malaria.
don't worry.
I think it was food poisoning.
Okay.
We had a tough time of that. That was our first ever visit to Ghana. We all went home with food poissoning.
Oh, wow.
Severe.
Okay.
But that was...
But it happens because
Exactly.
I've lived in Ghana for 2 years. I think the first 2 months I used to get runny stomach all the time, and then I just get used to it. I think your body gets used to it. But now, because I was back in Holland and came back to Ghana, the first 2 days were hard.
No, starting again.
The first 2 days were really hard. So I guess that is one of the things that you have to cope with, right?
It's true.
Yeah.
Do you know what? It's worth it. It's so worth it. Not the food poisoning, not the malaria, but it's so worth it. When you taste fruits here, when you taste food in general, when you go out and you try to go and get fast food, it's all so fresh. And you can decide whether or not you want to go high end or whether you just want to go to a chop bar and spend a couple of cities. It's just such a beautiful, natural way of living life. And just taking in everything and everyone around you and being appreciative of everything that you have. Nothing is perfect in any country, but I can see where Ghana is going, and I think it's wonderful where it's going, especially with more people like ourselves coming back to Ghana and learning more about ourselves. There are so many people who think they know it all, but Ghana is an education in itself.
Oh, wow. So if I can ask you to, what is the one or the couple things you miss about UK the most?
Family and friends, definitely. And having a park and a river right in front of our house.
Like Ayana said, I have a lot of family there that we left, and some that are still coming.
Wow, I'm surprised. I didn't hear any McDonald's. I didn't hear any Barbie or whatsoever. So what is the things that you absolutely love about Ghana?
How kind the people are.
Okay. How are they kind to you?
Well, they don't just ignore me when I say hello to them. They'll say hello, how are you? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. And sometimes they'll invite us to different places when they barely even know us.
That's nice. And what about you?
Well, what Ayana said, like the warmness and the welcoming feeling that the people have, it like one hello can take you quite a long way. In the UK, yes, there were the people. They would come up to you and say, "Wow, you have wonderful children." Hey,
Girls.
I get that all the time. Wow, your child, he looks very nice. He's very sharp. I have to say, I enjoy it.
Yeah, you like the compliments that you're getting. That's so good. But you two are wonderful children. Please tell my audience, how old are you?
I'm 7 years old. To be precise, 7 1/4.
Wow.
I'm 8 turning 9.
You're 8 turning 9. Wow. Mommy, I have to say, you are doing a wonderful job.
Thank you,
So
sis.
you're not only a mom, you're also homeschooling your kids.
Yes.
What's that like? Because in Holland, it's not allowed to do that.
It's a lot of fun. We had lots of fun in England as well. We went to museums, parks, did lots of different activities. Here in Ghana, we've also met up with we've joined the Accra Home Ed group. So we go to different homeschool meetups. We actually have one tomorrow.
What? You didn't tell me that.
It's a
Do
surprise.
you like it, the homeschooling group?
I do.
Okay. What do you do there?
Well, we go to several different places and mainly just play and talk and have fun.
Nice, very nice.
So it's a chance for homeschool children to socialize. We're currently working on smaller groups to operate as a co-op so that they can meet, socialize, and maybe do shared work together.
In their age group.
Exactly.
Okay, nice.
So it's fun. I mean, what do you guys think? For me, it's fun. Homeschooling.
For me, it's excellent.
Oh, wow.
Much better than normal school, where there are 300 other children trying to talk over you.
So they have tutors as well who come to the house. Music, English, social studies, maths. They're wonderful. They're doing wonderfully.
That's really good.
Yeah.
That's really good. So what's the difference between homeschooling in the UK and homeschooling in Ghana?
To be completely honest, it's possibly just the weather for me. For me, I say home educate.
Yeah.
And it's not even a matter of doing it at home. It's just that it's in a home setting. But we seldom stayed at home in wherever we are.
Yeah.
We have our lessons and then we go out and we experience. We did the same thing in England. That we basically superimposed onto Ghana and just utilize the different amenities around us. Sometimes we finish lessons. We have lessons earlier in the day, so by early afternoon we can then decide if daddy's finished calls, I don't have any meetings, we can just maybe go and have an ice cream, or go to the beach, or go to mini golf. We did that the other week.
Ice cream and golf today.
Today.
I think you deserve an ice cream. I'm not with you.
I'd love to.
So, are there any challenges that you're facing living in Accra?
Definitely. I'll say when it comes to trades and having something done and expecting something at a particular time, that's still a bit of a struggle. I think when you're socializing, for me anyway, I'm Jamaican, so if someone says a party starts at 7, we're not showing up at 7. We're too bougie for that. I'm joking. No, but so I get that when it comes to socializing. But when you are hiring someone and want them to be there at a certain time, it's not even that the traffic is a massive problem, so I empathize when that comes. But it's the keeping in contact. It's just certain things that it doesn't seem to be consistent when it comes to how you're dealt with. So you may get so used to a high level of professionalism from certain tradespeople, and then you go elsewhere with the last set of people in mind, and then you just don't get that. So it's pretty hit or miss. So between that, the traffic, the dirty smoke out of cars and trucks, and we really need to start naming and shaming the companies that are doing that, because it's disgusting and it's not fair. The use of single-use plastics, they're everywhere, and it's not a critique. It's, you see everyone, doesn't matter whether you're in a big Land Rover being chaperoned through the streets or necessarily by sirens, or whether you are the poor man on the side of the street. Everyone has to pay for it, and everyone has to go to the beach and see the plastics on the beach and the plastics on the side of the road. Between those things and also the human element of just where you can see people in need, it's hurtful to see those things. But the thing that I find hopeful and that puts my mind and my heart at ease is that you can be very impactful on someone's life with the smallest amount. It could even be giving somebody a bag of rice. It's sad to say, but sometimes your neighbor will need that.
So, in the UK, right, most of the people have a different skin color than us. And here, most of the people have the same skin color or dark. What's it like being around people who look like you? Is it nicer or less nice?
It's nice because I feel like this is actually my home and where I belong.
Wow. What about you?
It feels much better knowing that people, since they like you, they can't make racist remarks against you. They accept you for being one of them. Those who see you as one of them because of your skin color, or let's say like that, out here I see there's a very welcoming feeling.
Was that different in the UK?
Much more different.
If you say hello to someone, they'll stare at you and just carry on, probably type you on their phone.
And sometimes even just down to the billboards in the UK. 9 out of 10 times it's a white person on a billboard. I'm not complaining because it's the UK, but it doesn't make me feel like a person. Out here, no matter what brand it is, most likely, if it's a base in Ghana brand, it will have a Ghanaian family on it.
And you like to see that. Oh, that's so good to hear. I'm so happy that you're saying that. And I'm really proud that you can also see and feel the difference. I think it's an important thing. So, is there any difficulties you're facing living in Ghana as a non-Ghanaian? Do you feel that they approach you differently?
Sometimes some people will call us Burmese, which means the man that came from the horizon. So
can you say again what that means?
The man that came from the horizon.
Wow, I didn't even know. I think I'm homeschooling today. Okay, and they say that. What does that do to you when they say that?
It just makes me feel less comfortable. Like I don't fit in with the others. But there are some people that will keep you thinking that they don't think you're a brony, but they actually think that.
With being seen sometimes because of my skin color, even as a foreigner, it's sad to say, but as in any other country in the whole entire world, there are people who chase money, and Ghana is not different from any other country in that sense. And when they may say your skin color is like as white as the palm of my hand, they think, oh, this foreigner has come and he has money with him, so I must try to get some of that because he will not have the sense to not fall into my trick, so that I can get a bit of the money that he owns. And I am not saying that I am rich at all.
So you've seen all this just to observing, like, are you really observing? I mean, where did you get all this from? Me, I'm just sitting here thinking, what? Are we sitting like with the new? How do you call these smart people? What is his name again? The one with the white pinky hair.
Oh, Einstein.
Einstein. Are we sitting with the next Einstein? So I think you're very right, right? You're very right. But how do you see that this was happening?
I just see it in go out. Say you came to Ghana for your first time from the US. You go out in a big car and you get stopped by police and you say, "Good morning. What's the meaning of this?" They, seeing your skin complexion and the way you don't speak like them, they will be like, "Oh, okay, small chance for me to make my Saturday meal easy."
You're very right.
And they may say, "Okay, do you have your license?" "Oh, I left it at home." Will be your response. "Oh, then you must pay us 300 cedis, otherwise we won't let you go."
And do you think 300 cedis is a lot of money?
It is for many people.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of people.
Is there something that you're doing to not try and be that white foreigner?
I'm not completely sure because even though I've been here for only about a year, said there are some things I can't work my head around. So, like how to not be treated like a foreigner. Yeah, and not to have all of those Rottweilers out on the streets barking at me.
I think that's very difficult to change. What about you, Natari? I think you're already very observant and that this is happening is a very good thing. Is there anything else you're trying to do, not seen as a foreigner?
Well, me myself, personally, I don't speak to the police. If they want to come, they'll speak to my dad if he's driving. I won't be speaking. A lot of people, if they come and say hello to me, I will be respectful and respond. So it's not like I don't speak to anyone. But if someone says Obron or calls me a foreigner or a white person, I will be like, what makes you think that? I'm not. It's not like I have the biggest problem in the world with being called that. Because I know people don't mean anything bad by it. But I don't want to be called that, so I'll be like, what makes you think that?
You're just asking questions. I think that's a very good thing. So for any Ghanaian watching, we are tired of this Obroni thing. And yet Obroni, we are Bibini. Why?
Okay. It's not a compliment.
No.
I think lots of people say it because they think it's a compliment. But it's not a compliment. When there are so many of us who return here, and when we return, whether it be Ghana, Kenya, anywhere in Africa, we're running home. We're running home. So we don't want to be differentiated. There are so many, you have to take people as the individuals that they are. Not everyone that returns will have a good heart and a good mind. and we can't ignore that that's the case. But just take everyone as an individual. Those of us who have come back here, we are brave. We are not foolish. We are coming from places that people are risking their lives to go to. There's a reason for it. We just want to be here to help to make Ghana a better place. I don't want, I'll speak for myself, I don't want to be in a land where we can't help to make it better, make it more beautiful. And for these children and the generations to come after them, we need to ensure that we work together. Ghanaians, diasporans, we need to ensure that we work together to make Ghana what it's supposed to be. We're all we have. Whether we like it or not, we are all that we have. So we have to work together.
So let's say 7, right? 8, 9, 10, 11. So I need to come to your school. And you're how old? 8.
8.
Well, let's say 9. So you'll be 14 and you'll be 12 in 5 years. How do you see yourself? Do you think you still be a farmer?
Definitely. I would have traveled to many places around the world, but I'll still be in Ghana.
What about you?
My home will definitely still be based here. I think there is very little that can bring me out of here. Once I get into my place of comfort, I'm willing to try new things, but I don't move easily out of where I'm comfortable.
Okay. And you're comfortable here. So if you're 14, right, would you be open to have a girlfriend by the time?
How big? Don't kill me.
Can any of the subscribers come and
Don't
say,
kill me.
I'll be Natari's girlfriend?
No.
No, not yet.
I
We'll wait for
may
20.
have that cut.
Oh, wow. Sugar cookie.
Oh, my sweetheart.
Okay, no girlfriend.
Please don't ask me the same question.
Okay, I'm not going to
12 is too young.
You're too young. You're so right. Thank you so much for talking with us. Thank you so much for having my channel over. Is there anything you think you would like to share?
Nothing really.
No, you said everything.
Except telling the whole world that my birthday is on December the 3rd, which in the future will be National Ayana Day.
Okay.
You heard it. National Ayana Day. Wow.
International.
International. Wow.
Okay. She said what she said.
Not much more I would like to say. I'm probably sure I could come up with something to say, but I can't find it now.
So, if any of you want to catch up with the Abtar family, they also have a YouTube channel. I'll link it down below. But I need Bridget, we are not seeing regular uploads. What's happening?
Listen.
What's happening?
Oh, Anna, you know we're building, right?
Yes.
So we're still waiting for some paperwork to go through. It's been kakra, slowly.
Pace,
We are getting there.
Okay.
But so once we have something more consistent, then we will definitely be getting things out there.
So what can they expect? Would there be shown what's like to build in Ghana?
So
what can they expect from
you're going to follow our journey, what it's like to build in Ghana. Starting to remember the things that we wanted to see as well before we came here. So what's the daily living like? Our subscribers and followers on Instagram as well have been asking us so many different questions. We've been consulting. So we've been consulting with other families who want to also come to Ghana. They can reach out to us and ask us some questions as well. We've got so much going on. There's so much more content now. I've taken as I said, homeschooling mummy and businesses that we're setting up and just so many new things that are happening for us. So literally watch this space for everything.
Okay. Thank you very much. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.